Hello. I'm a little bashful about sitting out here and having a little natter to you because my neighbours will walk past here and will think that I'm sitting in my garden talking to myself, which is what I'm doing. Anyway, I started a little job last week, and if I get the editing right, I'll just insert some footage about here to show you what I did last week before I got rained off, and then I'll explain what it's all about. So I have my driveway is basically weeds right now. Let me turn me around and show you how it looks. I think I pretty much live on the scruffiest house in the street, which is not my goal, but my plan is to just work away on that incrementally, little by little, with my front door. And so I've just started a little bit of an experiment in my front garden, and I was inspired by Charles, is it Dowding or Dowling? One of those, and his no-dig methodology. This might have partly been out of laziness because it looked easier than digging, but also because this area that I've just showed you is basically covered in gravel that has worked its way into the soil, and so it is rock solid. So what I thought I would do is to cover the front garden with a little patch of my front garden with a few layers of cardboard, old boxes that I have been collecting, and then to cover it with some soil and then to plant straight into it. And I've just planted some annuals just to see if they'll work their way into the subsoil and loosen things up, and just to cover up a little patch of weeds. I've basically replaced some weeds with something else, and we'll see how well they do. Anyway, I'll show you how it's turned out. So most of the plants are the seedlings that I showed you quite a few weeks ago now, and some of them I bought a couple of trays from the supermarket just because I wanted to really crowd things in there. As I said, I want these things to compete with the weeds. So hopefully come the summer I should have a riot of colour. I had been collecting the compost as I saw it on special little by little, and I think I could have done with more compost, and I think actually it would have been cheaper just to buy a cubic metre of topsoil from the builder's merchant and have them deliver it. And so I'm just about to cover the garden now with some bird netting just to keep the birds off. Obviously that's what bird netting is for, just so they don't eat all my little plants. I also kind of felt like I was in a rush with this because I'm going to New Zealand this week, and so I kind of had to get all of these things out of the greenhouse. I'm going to be away for a few weeks, and so I really don't know how things are going to look when I get back, but just for now it's a lovely day at the moment, but I'm really hoping that it rains later. That would be helpful. Anyway, this is my little postcard to you about my creative project this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like and thumbs up if you did, and I shall see you again soon. Cheerio.